I like to picture Jesus as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
How much you want to make a bet I can throw a football over them mountains?
What? English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Fuck it, dude. Let's go bold.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody! Nobody! Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
Well, at least that wasn't weird.
I gotta hold it like gangster.
You
Alright,
can.
what's up? Funkmaster
Either
Flex.
All right.
Yo, we here.
Welcome to the Minkblot Filmcast extravaganza event of the summer. This Friday. Nope, it's Monday because I upload these on Monday. But this is the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood Quentin Tarantino birthday special. I've been off for a few weeks. It's because I'm lazy and because it was my birthday. So you're welcome. But this is my good friend, my blood relative, my brother Tyler. What's your last name?
Johnson.
All right, yeah, he's adopted.
What it do, baby?
But yes, so my brother Tyler Minkiewicz, he's here. We saw a movie. It's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What'd you think?
It was
What
pretty good. I mean,
liked
it was good. Definitely an acquired taste if you're like a Hollywood head or anything like that.
If you are a Hollywood.
If
what
you
do
are, like, if you're like a Hollywood, like you love that old school, like
it's an
when
acquired
Hollywood
taste. If you
was
are,
Hollywood. If you love like that movie making shit,
it's for you.
it definitely was one of those like
It's for
that,
those people,
that's a
for
hits
sure.
home kind of thing.
Yeah.
But as far as a full-on movie, I mean, it was good. Everybody fucking Leo was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Pitt's character was awesome. He's a badass, punch people in the face and shit.
Yeah, Brad Pitt. I heard a lot of people wanted this role. That like the script. I don't know.
Brad Pitt's part or Leo's?
Yeah, like Brad Pitt's.
All right.
I'm pretty sure that he. I don't know if he had people in mind or people were just talking about it, but I think that a couple people in Hollywood were like fucking trying to get the cool guy in this movie.
Yeah, true.
But so just as a
Be that
synopsis, just as the quick go ahead for what this is. It's about two guys and Sharon Tate. So the two guys are an actor and stuntman duo, Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, who are Rick Dalton and Cliff Booth.
Clip Booth.
And they are two guys that had a TV show in the late 50s, early 60s, whatever. And then now they're struggling to find a successful career in the newly emerging Hollywood world that has portrayed
Ever changing.
the revolving door of Hollywood with portrayed by Sharon Tate, aka Margot Robbie in the real world.
Harlequin.
That's not. I don't like. Dude, I fell asleep on rocks while watching that movie. I think we went to go see that at the drive-in.
I didn't fall asleep. I just didn't like it. And
was
I fell
bad.
asleep during good movies like Law Abiding Citizen and
I fell-
Deadpool 2. Don't
fell
go to
asleep-
movies at midnight.
Yeah, that's how you do it. I fell asleep at fucking Mad Max when you took me. I
Fuck
remember that.
you. How do
I
you
don't
do
even know
that?
how that happened.
I thought Law Abiding Citizen was bad because of all the bombs and shit.
Dude,
but
Law Abiding
Mad
Citizen.
Max is loud.
Yeah, Mad Max is like a fucking. There's a lot of engines. But we're not here to talk about Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Tarantino, this movie is basically if you like Hollywood at all, like if you like movies, you'll like this movie. And there's
At all.
like there's a bunch of great parts where like in the beginning it'll be just with like basically there's two halves of the movie. So there's like a 2-day span in the beginning of the year in like February, and then the Sharon Tate eventual murders are addressed later on. I think like a 6-month later thing.
Something like that. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then,
6 months.
So there's 2 days in each. Or I guess there's 2 days to begin with. Like there's a day and then a night and then a day, and then it cuts forward in time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's
Yeah.
just 1 day.
Pretty
but
much.
It's being compared to Pulp Fiction a lot, I think,
Yeah.
because of the comedic elements. I definitely think this is the most like intentionally funny movie.
Yeah, I mean, even like the fight at the end and everything like that,
Yeah.
it still had some
The ending,
flair to it.
that's what I really liked, the whole build up in like action. And so this is probably his most tame movie, I would say, in terms of like in your face, oh godness. There are moments of that, and they're highlighted throughout. Like in the beginning, he meets with Al Pacino's character, who's this like famous director.
Schwartz, not Schwartz.
Not Schwartz.
Schwartz.
And he's like, me and my wife, Schwartz. Like, he has like a weird thing. But then, so he's like talking to Rick Dalton, who's his Leonardo DiCaprio's actor persona.
Stunt.
No,
Oh no, yeah, you're right.
that's his persona. And he basically tries to get him to go to Italia, do Italian westerns.
Because he's starting to pick up like these side roles where he's like, oh, I'm the bad guy, I'm the
Right.
heavy. And
Yeah,
when
then
he's the
that's
heavy,
like,
that's when you start going on your downswing. Because
It-
no one wants you to win.
right, a psychological trick made or done by studio heads to make audiences.
It's like
kinda
those
shy
wrestlers.
away.
It's like those
Yeah, it's
wrestlers are like the
100%.
intro guys where they're like, yo,
Yeah.
you got to beat this guy if you really be not a scrub. You
Right.
know, like,
And it's like, it kind of like, there's a storyline, there's an overarching storyline that people have in their heads of you just as a person because you look like that. So like if you're in this role and you're a badass and then everyone likes you for that one, but then you do a bunch of them where you're just like a little bitch.
start
Like-
getting your ass kicked, be corny and shit. Everyone
Right.
will be like, you know what? I'm going to stop watching Adam Sandler movies.
And as I would think especially, yeah. And I think especially in the 60s when like people weren't as aware of really just psychology in general. Like there's
Yeah, I mean,
really
everybody
only,
that
like-
thought too hard was a hippie.
Exactly. And either a hippie or like a nerd or like some fucking like no one. The people.
Swirlies were cool back then. That was normal.
Oh.
It was a day to day. There were tons of nerds.
I thought you were talking about like a drink that is called a swirly.
No, like
I
Head
understand.
in the toilet swirlies.
It was
you
like a
said
half a
nerds.
second.
You said nerds.
No, I get it. It was good. But I mean, there were parts in this movie that were like different than other Tarantino movies.
For sure. I
That-
mean, it was like 0 to 375 N-bombs dropped in movies. So
Yeah.
compared to Django, that was major
Yeah,
difference.
no
but
N-words.
Yeah, I-
Tarantino is getting a little PC
The
on
one
us.
thing I was always thinking about, we kind of talked about this
Maybe.
on the way back, like Tarantino always got those shots. Like, we took the shock factor, saying that so many times, shock factor with like the deaths and the random
oh shit moments.
random
That's what I like to call
b-hole
oh shit.
moments in Pulp Fiction. Like
Yeah.
that was that like, oh, that scene, you know, like it was always those shock factors for why his movies were good.
Right.
But like he kind of did
Or those
that
are
like,
people
yeah,
who
I
talked
don't
about it at least.
he kind of did that like to prove those guys wrong.
Right.
I didn't have to stop dropping all those words and shit
Mm-hmm.
like that and making it like controversial just to be big, because it was just a straight up good ass movie.
Yeah. Then it's like it's kind of like he went into the like he's if he is like a cowboy and he would go into like a bunch of duels and just automatically win, this would be the time that he wears like a blindfold and he just like, I can still do it, I don't give a fuck. Like this is basically like
Ain't
I
lost
don't
a
have to-
step.
There's no tricks that I'm really pulling on you to like keep you engaged. I'm just telling you a good story. So it's like you can kind of tell he's like kind of pinpointed a style and like a craft that he's like he knows what he's doing at this point, because like we were talking about with Pulp Fiction, there are moments like the butt scene and like the fucking snorting heroin and overdosing and like
Yeah.
there's just like your adrenaline's up through most of the movie, and it's even with Reservoir Dogs. That's what like the ear shit and the whole like even the scene. with
Yeah,
the
I
dogs.
can't listen to that Stuck in the Middle with You without
it's-
hearing like sadistic shit in my head.
Dude,
like,
I love the fucking.
I'm not mad though.
Yeah, oh yeah. But the fucking I listen to Joe Tech song where it's like where what's his name? The dude in the Windbreaker, Donnie. I don't his name's not Donnie. I forget what the dude in the Windbreaker. What's his name?
In what movie?
Nice Guy Eddie. Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, word.
When
yeah,
he's
yeah,
like
yeah.
driving, when they first take the cop out of the trunk and he's like driving there, he's like, I don't know who's dead, I don't know who's alive, I don't know if I got the diamonds, I don't know who's not. And like the fucking music's like some funky like, hold me, go man, give it now, hold me. Like it's just like when he's doing the tape, when he's pulling the tape and shit.
yeah.
I fucking love that song. I listen to that all the time. But this movie, The music's all 60s music.
Yeah, I was tapping a lot.
And it's some great shit. I love fucking Miss Robinson. That's the Simon Garfunkel. You got some Rolling Stones, a bunch of Rolling Stones music.
What was that? Sly and the Stones or something like that?
You girl, you bring me down. What was that? No, Paul Revere and the, what was it? Fucking Paul Revere and the Raiders. She's like, I'm gonna tell Jim Morrison you're not listening.
I'm gonna tell him you're listening to him.
And it's like,
you corny.
this is the whitest movie Tarantino's made.
Yeah.
Throughout his career. Like,
Yeah.
even Kill Bill was like, it's got Asian influence. It's got like,
I mean, you got Reservoir Dogs.
but even that, yeah, that's pretty.
Everybody's white.
Yeah, that's white.
I
And
don't
they
think
do
there's
say
one
the
person
N-word
that's
a
not white,
lot.
other than maybe like
And
an
they say
extra.
the
I mean,
N-
that's pretty much the
yeah.
same thing as this. Like 2 black dudes that are extras, but they got a bunch of Mexicans in one scene.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. Don't cry
Yeah.
in front of the Mexicans.
Yeah, don't cry in front of the Mexicans.
You
That's
can't.
not a good look.
It's not. You're not gonna
Put
do
these
well. in
glasses
Hollywood.
on. Don't
And
give me
then
back.
we can go over the acid cigarette. That is a great.
6 month aged.
Yeah, it's honestly I
Yo,
might have gotten more
50
potent.
cents.
Yeah, that's,
50 cents.
a movie was 75 cents. Sharon Tate went to go see herself.
That means less than
In a movie?
$10 now.
That's a good
Shit.
point. I mean, it's only dipped. It's not like you're getting like a. That's probably.
It's only dipped. let's record that one and try one.
Hey, I'm not gonna say no, but the fucking that's like I heard I forgot the comedian that did it, and he's like, dabs sound a lot less harmful than they really are. Like he's like, do you want one? And he's like, just a dab. And he's like,
Just a little dab.
no, that's not.
It's not just a dab. It ain't just a dab.
But that I was expecting that he was gonna do some weird like. I know he doesn't do like a lot of visual effects, but I thought he was gonna do some like weird lens tricks and like make it like, whoa, it's like, whoa, tripping out.
Yeah,
but it
like
was
you-
just Brad Pitt being loopy, and I'm fine with that.
You see, like, even in the whole movie, though, he did
Yeah.
that too, where it's like you see those, like, go-go scenes in the trailers and shit like that, and there was maybe, like, one tiny one where, like, Leo did it for, like, a music video or something as his character early on. But,
Yeah, the weird, he's like talking on the green, no, like it's the weird like 60s show, like just get an actor on here and have him sing a song, and then get some people dancing behind him.
Oh, what's that show? Like,
Forgot
the
what
old
it's
Tonight,
called.
or, like, the old Tonight Show.
Yeah, like it's sort of like that shit. Cause he was on an old NBC show called Bounty Law, which is
CBS.
NBC, but
But they did CBS, too. I was
they
just thinking
later
that.
on.
Yeah, I was just
in it.
thinking that part. My bad. Interrupted. I'm so sorry.
You're good. Bounty Law is, I would say, one excuse Tarantino used to just take advantage of like a Western set and like, because I know he grew up on like Gunsmoke and like old Burt Reynolds stuff, and Burt Reynolds was supposed to be actually fucking Bruce Dern's part. If you know the dude, the Spawn Ranch guy. The guy
I mean,
that
he's
was
been in-
supposed to be Burt
He's been in a
Reynolds.
lot of movies, though.
Bruce Dern?
Yeah, but
Bru-
he was, his character, man, shit.
Dude, he's blind.
He was a bad guy in most of
Sad.
his movies, man.
Oh, Bruce Dern?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, in
And the
Django.
Tarantino one? Yo, Django, he was
Django's
the bad
worst.
one.
And then in
Hateful Eight?
yeah, he was
He
the
was a mess in Hateful Eight.
he's a man.
Fucking, you lost the
Sucking
war,
on
dude.
my dude.
You lost the war. Just give it up.
Yeah,
Give it up.
but that
of the
I was
flags.
sad because like I was looking it up, and apparently since most of Leo's character is based on Burt Reynolds and like his sort of life as a actor and everything, it was just
Burt
a
Reynolds was
shitty-
pretty badass then.
Well, it's sad, dude. It's like a fucking like this could. I wish he could have seen this sort of thing, like someone appreciating what you've gone through, and like
Yeah.
it's like
I can see that.
it's kind of it's just sad. But
Yeah.
no,
He
I
sees
I
in the
like-
afterlife.
right.
Movies there. They watch movies.
He probably saw it before any of us because Afterlife.
He probably
there's no
wrote
time.
it. He put in Tarantino's head.
Yeah. Well, no,
Yeah,
he
this
probably
is
didn't
what I
write
was
it.
like.
No, he got cast in it, so he
Yes,
was
I
already
did.
written.
Yeah, you're right.
But the Bounty Law show, I really want to see those like full scripts, cause like
Yeah.
I feel like it would be cool to just like watch a Tarantino show. Like he's never really done like a TV show. Or
Right,
anything.
right.
The closest he's got with those Netflix, where he cut Hateful Eight into a miniseries.
Yeah, it was like 4 total hours,
Yeah.
4 episodes.
Which I should have watched.
I watched it, and it's funny because I actually watched it as I was falling asleep.
Mm.
So I kind of watched like 25 minutes of each episode,
Yeah.
and still put me to sleep. I mean, it was okay, but it's just a
Well,
long movie, man.
Yeah, and he uses a lot of like he builds suspense a lot through just like people just talking, and it's like a
Yeah.
lot of this movie was just people talking.
I mean,
and,
it's a scenery too.
Yeah.
That sounded weird. Scenery.
probably 10% of this movie was just Brad Pitt driving around.
Right. But I
Cadillac.
mean, like when it comes to Hateful Eight,
Yeah.
it was just a room.
That's the problem.
This corner,
That's
that
the problem with
corner,
the Hateful Eight.
outside for a little bit to a barn,
Mhm.
back to this corner.
Snow, white, just a bunch of white.
You got to use two
No, that's
boards.
I take it back. But Hateful Eight is his whitest movie just because of snow.
No.
No, you get it.
You got Samuel L. Jackson on there.
No, I
Speaking of,
I understand, but
first Tarantino movie, no Samuel L. Jackson.
yeah, at least
Not to
visibly.
be confused with Inglourious Bastards, where he did that little narration shit for
couple of 'em.
Hugo Stieglitz and what's it called at the end there?
I forgot her name. Shoshana.
Shoshana.
Dude, I just.
Au revoir, Shoshana.
So good. Dude,
I did. I watched that scene earlier today. And I took a
That
shower.
movie, like, cemented him as like a fantastic director, like Scorsese
Yeah.
level. Like, this
Right.
guy can make whatever he wants.
Because
Just
he was
give
probably
him money.
called cult classic until he started to get to
Yeah.
like the Kill Bills.
Well,
being,
Kill Bill
doing
was
so
huge
well.
too. Yeah, and he
But-
did that in 2 parts, so that did like a whole. I was
It is
also,
one movie. He just said that.
Yeah.
He's like, there was like an age-old question, like, oh, is it 2 movies? Is it one total?
No, it's one movie.
Tarantino's like, it is one movie.
I
Kill
mean,
Bill.
it is though. Like if
Yeah.
because if you think about it, it's like the first movie. I thought it was funny with Kill. We're just gonna talk about Tarantino movies now.
Yeah, may
but
as well.
Kill Bill is the funniest part about that is when she arrives at Rattlesnake, the black girl's house, and she she kills her obviously, and then goes back into her car. O-Ren Ishii's already crossed off on her
Yeah.
list.
like,
Like she already did all that shit,
Not
and then
worrying
he
about
just
her.
cuts back to like, yeah, this is how she did that, and
I
then.
mean-
In the second movie, he cuts back even further, like, yeah, this is how she did that, how she got to this point.
Right,
so it's
right,
like,
right.
You kind of gotta take the whole thing in.
So let's take it into this right here. Everyone always had that age-old question, like Volume 1, Volume 2. Is it
Was it better?
worth waiting
What are you
2
talking-
hours,
oh.
2 years to see the next one, or next year, whatever? Would you have still liked Kill Bill as much as you did if it was like Hateful Eight and just like, let me give you a 3-hour and 45-minute movie?
Probably.
Though it probably would have been like 4 hours.
I like intermissions just for the fact that you can like go out and hang out with your friends and be like, "Whoa, that part's fucking crazy. What do you
Schmoke.
what do you think?
Newports, baby.
What do you think about this part?" But I can't endorse them.
Don't endorse them.
You should. Don't
They're
smoke,
terrible.
kids.
Don't smoke.
Don't pack of red apples.
Yeah, red apples.
They are gonna be the least throat burn,
Yo,
the least burning cigarette.
let's bring it back to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because like there's not many movies outside of like Marvel that kind of have that extra scene after the credits
Yeah.
or anything like that, unless you go to like Toy Story. We got the outtakes.
Dude,
and shit.
that-
that's awesome. Best part of that movie.
Toy
Let's
Story.
not get derailed.
I love Toy Story.
But
The movie's so good.
he starts endorsing like in this video, like kind of like that Talladega Nights when he's like endorsing like Jackhawk 9000 now available at Walmart, and he's doing that like red apple, like no, tastiest cigarette, has the best hand roll, no filters. It's so
Got the
clean on
least
your throat. And
Throat burn.
he shows this giant poster. He's like, "It's the greatest poster ever.
Got
It
the
looks
laugh
great to me.
size.
Just you can go pick one up today." And then it goes to cut, and he's like, "Get this garbage ass
Yeah.
cigarette out of my face. Like, fuck this shit.
That
Give me
was
a
another-
Newport.
Dude, the fucking.
Where's my Marbreds?"
The whole part where he was playing the heavy on the Lancer pilot.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it's basically just a Western movie, and you're
Yeah.
just like watching it, and then it just like he just fucks up, and he's like.
That was the funny
line?
part. Is like it kind of
Like,
that's what made you think.
Dude,
like,
that's the best.
You're watching a movie
Mhm.
being filmed rather than you're just watching that scene. Because
Right.
like this is one of those
It like
movies where like
seeps you into
it
it.
bounced everywhere so much you never really know what's
Mhm.
like actually going on.
For
and
people with
then-
ADHD, perfect. If you
if you got
can't pay
ADHD,
attention,
it's like watching a compilation of a movie.
exactly.
Like, it's
That's
just
why
everywhere.
I enjoy it. I'm sure. But
It was good though.
no,
I mean,
the fucking when he's like yelling at himself in his trailer and shit, just like you fucking fucked up. God
looking
damn
at-
it, you stop drinking. You had 8 whiskey sour. You
And
get
this
it
is-
for your 4. You gotta have 8.
this is after that little girl was like, "Listen, I'm not gonna ruin my
Yeah,
craft.
right.
You know, I'm gonna be 100% every time I'm doing my job."
When I
Like,
eat, I'm sluggish.
I don't
can't-
show up
gotta
to
be
work
100%.
drunk,
What does
you
she
know?
say? Is like she uses like some big word that he's like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't know. She's reading
Like-
Disney's biography, and
Yeah,
he's
Walt
like, "I'm
Disney's
reading this
biography.
old western. This book was in my back pocket,"
dude.
and she's reading some giant novel.
the Western he reads is basically just like a parallel of the movie because
Yeah.
he's saying about him, and he gets all depressed
It's
about it.
it's as he's explaining it to her, he's like, "Fuck, this is
Yeah,
about
he
me."
gets depressed. And then the same thing of it is he has he's basically just like a parallel to Tarantino as well. So it's like sort of in his career he's gotten more and more scrutinized, I feel like, as he's gone on. And it's like come to a point where he's like, can I fucking make movies? Am I good at this shit?
No.
And it's like, I'm sure
I'll say,
like,
after what movie you think
as a
he hit
writer,
that point?
Well, probably Hateful Eight when that script was leaked and he fucking freaked out. That probably started, and plus,
Is like getting nervous about
dude,
shit,
how's the
nervous
whole,
about who to trust.
how's
and
the
all
whole
that.
Harvey Weinstein thing like that?
Oh yeah, well, this was the first movie I
The
think, wasn't
first
it?
one?
This is the first movie after Harvey Weinstein
Since
shit.
I'm
I
think
honestly
Pulp
surprised
Fiction.
it hasn't been talked about much.
I'm
I
crazy
completely forgot
surprised.
till you said that.
Dude, I've been walking on eggshells.
Yeah, I'll say that's
For, like-
kind of like yeah.
As soon as that came out, I'm like, oh, I hope that doesn't fucking. I
mean-
hope that, man. I don't think anything, man. But like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, that ain't.
I can't. I don't
It's a
know.
bad situation all
I don't
around,
know.
but I mean, like, if you think about it, like, how many? And this is me being not ignorant, but not knowing, like, how many like of the main like actors and actresses that you actually know did that to a point.
Well, you
I
don't.
look into it too much.
It's
so,
like you're behind like a wall of.
They want to
something.
stay shut because they don't want to ruin
Yeah.
their careers and shit.
It's like
and
the
it's fucked up.
fucking. It's like the one-way glass sort of thing. Like you can see like part of it, or like they can't see you, but you can see them.
Yeah,
So it's
right,
like.
right.
Like, imagine just being in an interrogation room and everyone's like, oh, he fucking wiped his nose. And you're like, oh, why am I? I'm thinking about this.
Harvey Weinstein needs help wiping his nose.
Everyone,
Fucking rich
he's
people.
fucking touching himself. It's
Rich
weird.
people love having people wipe their noses and shit.
Yeah, you get someone to do it for you at that point. And then the underage
Fucking peasant.
Manson girls that are extremely uncomfortable throughout this whole
Yeah.
movie.
Yo, like, that's the part
this is
that made
almost
me.
like a horror movie.
When
There's
I
like
first-
elements of that.
Like, you watch the trailer, or you kind of know what's going on. You know Sharon Tate, you know Manson's in there, so you're like, all right, this is gonna be some crazy shit. Like, Charles Manson was fucked up, so like, this has got to be a crazy story.
Right.
This man shows up accidentally walking up to Sharon Tate's house.
Yep.
Like, is this somebody else's
Well,
house? And they're like, he
accidentally.
don't live here.
You know.
And then he's never back.
Yeah.
He's just gone. He's on some trip.
Yeah, and he's not even there when Brad Pitt goes to the ranch with her.
Nah.
Because Brad Pitt, I don't want to.
Oh, he would love you. Charlie would love
Oh
you.
yeah, that's so weird.
She's got fucking. Yo, Tarantino loves feet.
Yeah.
He's on his Rex Ryan.
It's gross.
Fucking gross. And everybody's feet was fucking gross too. Like,
yeah,
they
they
walk
didn't
around
even
the street
wash
and
them.
shit.
They just walking
Gross.
around. No, there. This was probably like. Since
Putting their feet on the windshield and shit.
have you
What are
seen
you doing?
the-
Put your foot down.
have you seen Death Proof?
No.
That is the only other one where I'd be like, oh, this guy, like,
Loves feet.
cause there's a lot of like low angle shots of just like, oh, she's just gonna walk for like a minute, and you're just gonna watch her feet walking around her house, and it's like, I mean, I get it, you're trying to be different, but
Right.
like, do you just really like it? And I don't know if he's intentionally like, I'm gonna do this because like
Right.
people will talk about it, or like
He
if
probably
that's
just likes feet. I mean, if you think about it, like
don't know.
feet's like that, like, because you could do that pan up shot. Start
No,
with
it's-
feet, so it's like
yeah.
that good lead off. So,
Mm.
oh my bad, that good lead off.
no, it's your audio's gonna be weird, but I don't care.
I'm everywhere, man.
You are everywhere.
Oh,
How
yo,
long has it been? I
if
don't
you
even
want to teach your kids or your dog some shit, there's
Yeah.
a dog in this movie. Fucking this dog is some badass fucking pit bull.
Yeah, what was her
Eats-
name?
Sandy. Sandy.
I gotta look it up.
Look it up while I'm
I can
thinking.
look
it.
it up.
So like this dog is just like kind of red pit bull, and he's back at the house
Do you
right
think
after.
he's credited in the actor?
Maybe shit.
That's what I was
adopt
scrolling.
his ass. But Brad Pitt goes out for that acid cigarette.
No, it's Brandy because it's
Brandy.
an alcohol. Because he
Brandy.
named it after fucking alcohol.
Brandy.
That's amazing.
But yeah. So
And
he's
he feeds her wolf food.
yeah.
Fucking and then one of the greatest.
Oh, yo, the first things he gave him was like rat and
yeah,
raccoon.
like a rat.
Those are the flavors.
Rat flavored and like bird
I
flavored.
mean, the
raccoon flavored.
Dog was loving it though.
Dude.
But that's gross. I don't want to feed my dog.
and he just like slops
Foul
it in a
animal.
bowl.
with kibble on top of it.
Yeah, and then he does that.
And then he does that,
Yeah.
which you learn to love.
That's great.
Because end of the movie, fucking gives him one of those, takes
Yep.
him out.
And there's so many details that he like hides throughout the movie.
Train
that
your dogs.
young.
Get your dog spayed and neutered.
Under-
All right, I'm Bob Barker, everybody.
Yeah, get you.
Is it dogs
Don't
and-
do
is
it
it
yourself.
dogs and cats? Not.
Get them spayed or neutered. Don't do it because you probably don't know how to do it.
No. One of you don't, and give me puppies.
No, that's true.
I want a puppy.
Give him puppies.
I'll take a couple. I'll figure it out.
No, but I was gonna say that the details, like there's a I don't want to mention the
I
item.
don't want to like ruin the movie.
No,
I
so
feel
there's
I'm almost halfway doing
we've
that.
halfway ruined.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, this podcast is spoiler
We
full.
suck.
No, we're not spoiler free. We're spoiler full.
Definitely do a spoiler full because this movie is pretty good. You should just go see it first.
Yeah.
So maybe in like your little YouTube snippet.
Well,
or
that's
your
what I do,
Instagram
the
snippets.
clips, yeah.
Don't put those the full thing. Like
Yeah.
keep the spoilers out those.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But I mean, anything else? Do you have any other? This has probably been like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. or
10
something.
minutes. I mean, shit.
I don't know how long it's been. I'm gonna check real quick.
I mean,
26 minutes
26 minutes.
at least total, so it's probably like 25. So
I
we
mean,
can wrap up. What are your
with
final thoughts?
Tarantino-
Final thoughts.
No. We're not wrapping up yet.
Well, okay.
Bold moment. This is the.
What was the Snickers
this
bold
is-
moment of the
Nah,
game?
nah. This is like Hot Ones. It's like this is the Tums moment. Because
Oh, yeah.
Connor's getting that like, oh shit, now I got to do this. He put me on the spot. 1, 2, and 3. Top 3 Tarantino movies ever.
In order?
Give me your 1, your 2, and your 3. Start at 3, then give me 2, then give me 1. You don't have to go why, but you have to give me a why you love the number 1.
Probably. I mean, I would probably say attachment-wise.
Attachment-wise.
Like what I, like just like the feeling, like the way I would judge this, not as like specifically based on like quality, like just like when you watch it, how do you feel, sort of thing. I would say Kill Bill.
Tums moment. Make
Ki-
sure you add that.
I'll do like a
Bill.
little like like a
Like zoom in on you just.
Yeah. Probably Kill Bill in total, where it's like both of them in one.
after another.
Like
yeah,
if you
yeah,
watch
yeah.
one, then you watch the
I
other
would,
one.
I would hear that. Yeah, call Kill Bill.
Inglourious Bastards
That's 2.
as 2,
Word.
and then Pulp Fiction. Because I just can't, like, if the Pulp Fiction and Napoleon Dynamite and The Dark Knight
You
are
fucking
like,
went here and you went here.
yep, that's why
Like here-ish.
I'm giving you my roundabout.
That's
like,
fair.
if I watch those movies, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day.
Right.
Like
fair,
that's.
fair.
Like, even if I watch it like twice a week, if I watch it twice a week, I better watch it with someone. Like, if they hadn't seen it, I'll be like, you never fucking seen Pulp Fiction? And then you
Yeah,
just like
fair.
show it to them.
That's one of those. I
You're
was
like,
like,
oh
well,
my
we
God.
don't have a choice now. We have to watch
Yeah.
it if you haven't.
So, but yeah,
Okay.
that would be. I'm gonna flip it around. Dum dum.
Shit.
What do you, what do you like?
Of
your list?
Tarantino?
What's your list? That includes this one. I don't know. Probably
I
won't be
would
in your top three,
say I don't know if I'd put it in my top 3 just yet. But
but
I
I'd
would
say maybe 5 or 4, somewhere in the middle.
3 Inglourious Bastards. No, 3 Reservoir Dogs.
The class.
2 Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
And then number 1, Django. Django.
Django. I will say, the Django soundtrack
Oh yeah, crazy.
is probably one of my
Crazy.
favorite like blend of like. It's a Western soundtrack. There's fucking James Brown. There's Tupac. There's fucking Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
Dude,
with the
there's-
Sleepy Brown shit.
And there's like Old West. Like he used scores from other movies. Like
Word.
Django was a. Did you ever watch the original one?
The original Django?
Yeah, there's a
No,
Django
but every
from
time
the
I go to
60s.
look to see if it's on Amazon Instant
So
Video,
good.
I see that old ass one. I don't
So
watch it
good.
though.
It's
Yo,
basically.
Christoph Waltz, unreal.
Oh yeah, Christoph Waltz. And it's the
Who's
fact
that stumping over there in the dark?
that he's in your top 2. He's
Who?
in both of your favorite.
Yo, both his
Tarantino.
roles are crazy. His role is fucked up crazy.
The
in
best
Inglourious
part
Bastards.
is, I tweeted this a little bit ago. He plays a bad Nazi or a bad German in the Inglourious Bastards, and then
Oh, he is?
Tarantino's like,
You're right.
"No, we're gonna give you a good one now. You're a
Redemption.
nice guy in this one."
Redemption.
So, and then he dies in each one. So it's like, I mean,
Oh,
no, he doesn't technically
yeah.
die in the first one. in
Nah, yeah, he just
Inglourious.
gets his face cut up and shit.
Yeah, I think this might be my masterpiece.
Kill
Which
the-
we can make the ties to. I'd say this is, if you liked Inglourious Bastards, you'll like this, but not for the reasons you're thinking you're gonna like it. Like not for the subject matter, but you go see it.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the best part I would say are the little details of like Antonio Margaretti, who
Yeah.
he
Yeah, that's
portrayed as. in Inglourious.
Margaretti.
He's one of the
One more time,
Italian
please.
directors. Dude, it's so good. And then I leaned over. I don't know if you heard me when Brad Pitt got out of the cab in the ending, like when they were going to the house and everything. He's like, grazie. Like he
Oh,
does,
does
like
he?
that.
I didn't even notice
Yeah,
that.
no, he does that, and I thought
Well,
that
he was
cool.
tripping on acid. He was
No,
switching
that was
roles.
that was before that.
Oh, word.
When they were just going in and he's about to make his margaritas. Dude,
Margarita.
that's fucking. This movie's so good.
It's a good movie.
Go see this movie. What would do you want to give it? You can either give it a number rating or you can give it
Give me a star. Let me go 5 stars.
5
upper rating.
stars?
I would say I'm gonna give it acting, and then just overall movie. Acting, I'll give that like a 4.75, 4.5.
Yeah.
Regular movie, I'd probably give it a 4.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, but you kind of like appreciate the.
Well, they were acting like actors, which is
it was a
funny.
great movie, but like if you're just a general man that goes in and watches Tarantino movies, like the ending of that, fucking made it all great.
Mhm.
But overall, if you appreciate and love good movies, it was a great movie.
Yeah. I
So I
agree.
would say 4 star, and then 4.5 for the acting, just because
Okay.
someone's got to get an Oscar.
Yeah.
One of those two. I don't think
Yeah.
Brad Pitt will, because he hasn't had too much like talking.
No,
but like
they're
when you're
both.
acting, you do it pretty good, Leonardo.
Well, and
or
also-
Leo DiCaprio.
Who's the leading role? I mean, they're all kind of
Leo.
the lead.
I would probably say Leo.
I
just
mean,
think of it in straight about.
That's like a buddy cop.
Bring the list down. Who had the most words? Leo wins.
Oh yeah.
Leo wins.
Yeah.
So it's got to be his movie, and then Booth is the badass.
They would be
that's around.
supporting actor, supporting actress. What if they all 3 win?
Margot Robbie
Dude,
has
that'd be
under
crazy.
20 words in the whole. Nah, she had that one time she's talking the movie. She talks a little bit.
She
under
talks about the
30
book.
Words.
She
under
gets a
30
book.
total words. in the
She
whole
goes and just. Oh, and I will say before we wrap up, Margot Robbie going to see that movie is exactly how anyone feels that makes
fucking
movies.
practicing the moves.
Literally going to see your
laughing-
movie and like
laughing as
looking at
people are
everyone, you're like,
laughing, they're like, "You
I'm
guys love
funny.
me."
I'm actually good at this, and it's like that. He did it. That's
Even
exactly
the person
what
at the movie theater was like, "Who are you?
Yeah. Yeah, and when he goes up,
Who's a Sharon Tate?
she goes up and she's like, I'm in the movie, and she's like, what movie?
What movie?
Like, what are you talking about? Oh, the fucking the random one.
the
that
movie
I
mag
didn't
one
talk
down
about?
the street?
Yeah.
Dirty movie.
They do premieres for dirty movies.
Yeah,
All right,
she did
I'm
say
gonna
that.
end this. This was good. I really liked
Little
the
wet,
movie.
little drippy.
4.5 out of 5 stars. I'm gonna
Drippy.
almost, and I will. For perspective, I will give probably every other movie I put in the top 3 except for Pulp Fiction 4.75, and then
Every other movie.
all the Pulp Fiction is 5 stars. If we're going in order of like this is a 4.5 if a Pulp Fiction's a 5.
Fair.
So
Fair.
I'll take it. But
Fair.
other than that, do you have anything to promote?
Uh,
Do you want to shout anyone out?
no, I mean, I don't need to shout anybody out. I didn't win a challenge or nothing, but
That's a good point.
shout out going to see good movies. Yo, stay tuned. I don't know.
He's
I
not
don't have
coming
anything.
back.
I'm never
I'm just
coming back. I'll come back one time. We'll see what happens.
You're just
You
gonna
got
show
anyone,
up
you
and
got
take
anyone
my
seeing
microphone.
It too?
No, I don't. I
wanna
never saw
see
the
it?
first one. Yeah, I heard good things.
It's pretty good.
The Child's Play was all right.
I didn't fucking care about Child's Play.
I didn't think I was gonna like it at all, and I ended up being like, no, it's fine. So
Yeah. Maybe that, like, what's it called? Devil's Rejects movie? One
yeah,
after
you
that,
were
the
saying
third one of that.
I would
I'd
do that. Yeah.
Ain't
So you
dead
just
yet.
want to see people die? That's all you want?
I mean, that's that shit. You can be like, yo, there was this lady, man. She fucking got her head cut off.
Yeah.
Zombies and shit.
There's fire somewhere.
Brad Pitt
Well-
got his head cut off. I ruined the movie for you.
Yeah.
First scene in the movie, head cut off
Rick Dalton.
by Bruce Lee's foot.
Rick
Kicks it
Dalton.
off.
The end of the movie is actually Rick Dalton is diagnosed with lung cancer, and he has
Not true.
to say goodbye to Cliff.
Cigarettes definitely cause lung cancer,
Yes.
but he got it. It was hereditary.
Right.
Different.
That's a different movie. The movie Hereditary. You know what I'm talking about? All right. Goodbye. Wait, no. I need to plug things. YouTube.com/c/Minkblot. SoundCloud.com/UltraMink. Twitter and Instagram are Minkblots @Minkblots. I'm on Facebook, I guess, but who else is? I mean,
Yeah, I'm on Twitter and Facebook right now.
yeah. He's on Twitter and Facebook, but it'll just
Yo,
be harder to find.
what is it? What's my Twitter?
What's your
My Instagram is @YogiBurr.
No, you're Maze
25.
Dizdau on Twitter.
My Instagram though.
Oh yeah, your Instagram.
@YogiBurr
You don't even
25.
post.
Yeah, you're right. I post on Twitter though. Let me get
That's
followers.
what I'm saying. You Maze Dizdau. I
Twitter
think.
Maze Dizdau.
Yeah.
MazedDizdow.
Is that from something?
Right here, Maze is down.
Who's that?
I can't speak on that.
Oh no, I'm not gonna put that there.
I can't speak on that.
I might put it there. Do you?
I can't answer that question.
If it's original or not?
It's original, but I can't answer that question.
You just.
I'll tell you after.
All right. Peace out, Hollywood. See you in like a couple minutes.
See you. See you when I see you.
I like to picture Jesus as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
How much you want to make a bet I can throw a football over them mountains?
What? English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Ah, fuck it, dude. Let's go bowling.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody! Nobody! Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
Well, at least that wasn't weird.